From Studio 8A, coverage you can count on in high definition. This is KOMU 8 News Today.
A local man is in custody on child porn charges.
A local celebration will give red, white, and blue a new twist. And you have a chance to teach your hands how to speak.
Good morning. It's Tuesday, June 4th, 2013. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Megan Murphy.
And I'm Greg Mantell.
National Dairy Month, and Missouri has a few reasons to celebrate.
KOMU 8's Teague DeLupanco is live to tell us about Missouri's milk production. Some scientists say you don't really know yourself until you have your DNA mapped out. Coming up next, we'll explain how police officers will now be able to get to know you through your DNA. This is KOMU 8 News Today, coverage you can count on. As of last Friday, the National Weather Service in Pleasant Hill issued a flood warning for the Missouri River in Boonville.
The flood stage for the river, 21.
A landmark ruling at the Supreme Court Monday will drastically alter how much power we allow our police officers to have. In a 5-4 decision, justices at the High Court ruled police can take a DNA sample by swabbing the cheek area when they make an arrest for a serious or violent crime before any trial or conviction. The decision upholds a Maryland law that could open the door to more widespread DNA collection by officers. Samples that are collected at the scene can then be checked against a national database of unsolved crimes. The justices dissenting included 3 members from the liberal wing of the court, along with conservative Judge Antonin Scalia. Currently, 26 states and the federal government allow DNA swab samples to be taken after a felony arrest without a warrant. Supporters of the verdict say the accuracy of DNA testing has proven to be a determining factor in successfully identifying suspects in many cases. But critics say the measure could lead to someone's biological makeup being used for a variety of non-criminal purposes. The powerhouse fire raging through a steep, rugged section of Southern California has now consumed 30,000 acres, including several homes. Firefighters work to bring the blaze under control while 2,000 people evacuated. Some progress is being made, though. Last night, many were allowed to return. Officials say cooler, moist air is helping. And an Ohio jury sided with a teacher fired by a Catholic school after she disclosed she was pregnant through artificial insemination. The jury ruled Monday the Archdiocese of Cincinnati did discriminate against Krista Diaz. The attorney for Diaz argued she was fired because she was pregnant and unmarried. Diaz, a former computer instructor, was awarded $171,000 in damages based on her lawsuit. Attorneys for the Archdiocese say they'll not change their policy based on the case. And authorities arrested more than 100 people Monday protesting the Republican-controlled North Carolina General Assembly. North Carolina's chapter of the NAACP has led protests nearly every Monday against Republican policies it says unfairly target the poor. They're also protesting voting restrictions and changes to public education. Those arrested have been charged with second-degree trespassing, failure to disperse, and violation of building rules. Strikers in Cambodia clashed with police Monday outside a garment factory that makes clothing for Nike. Thousands of workers protesting for higher wages smashed windows and confronted colleagues working at the factory. Authorities said 11 policemen and 8 workers were injured. Many Western companies have turned to Asia for garment production due to the low wages there. But recent incidents in Bangladesh and Cambodia that have left workers dead have raised international concern over safety standards in garment factories.
It's going to be a while. Yeah. Thank
Summer.
you.
Come on, summer.
I know. I'm no kidding.
Cross your fingers.
Thank you, Tori.
It's going to cost you a bit more to visit the most magical place on earth. The Mouse House hiked prices over the weekend. A one-day adult ticket to Orlando's Disney World is up $6 to $95. The same ticket at Anaheim's Disneyland now runs $92, a $5 increase. The price hike also hit multi-day tickets and annual passes. Ford is recalling nearly 500,000 cars and SUVs. The fuel tanks on the 2013 models can leak and cause fires, though Ford says no fires or crashes have been reported. Ford says customers could smell gas or see a leak on the ground. The recall affects Ford's Fusion, Explorer, Taurus, Flex, Police Utility, and Police Interceptor models. It also covers the Lincoln MKZ, MKS, and MKT models. Ford estimates nearly 400,000 of those vehicles have been sold in the U.S. This might not be a major surprise to anyone who's ever driven with their husband, wife, or significant other. A new survey says the worst backseat drivers are spouses. The survey comes from insurance.com, which polled more than 500 drivers ages 18 and up. But the site has some tips to stop the criticism, such as agreeing on music selections before the trip, as well as the length and frequency of stops. Also map out your journey before getting behind the wheel.
Welcome back. It is 4:48. Despite having a bit of a bad rap, technology isn't necessarily a beast that infiltrates kids' minds and free time against their parents' wishes.
A new parenting study suggests most moms and dads welcome technology into the family, and they're the ones controlling it. NBC's Erica Edwards explains.
NBC News.
There was one piece of technology that most parents said they were worried about. That's video games. A vegetarian diet may help lower your risk of premature death. Researchers looked at the diets and death rates of more than 73,000 men and women. They found the mortality rate was 12% lower among vegetarians compared to dairy and meat eaters. The association was even stronger for men, who had a significant decrease in heart disease-related deaths. Vegetarians were more likely to be older, educated, married, and thinner, and less likely to drink alcohol or smoke. Medications used to treat high cholesterol may be linked to musculoskeletal diseases and injuries. Statins are widely prescribed for patients of all ages to help lower the risk of cholesterol-related heart disease. However, in a large study, researchers found statin users were more likely to have muscle weaknesses and cramps, injuries, and pain. The association between statins and arthritis was less clear, but researchers say patients taking these drugs should be aware of the risks. A new study suggests weather conditions may not affect patients with fibromyalgia. An estimated 5 million people suffer from fibromyalgia, and 92% of patients say changes in the weather worsen their pain and fatigue symptoms. However, when researchers tracked more than 300 patients in the weather conditions for 1 month, they found weather did not influence the symptoms of most patients.
Experts say part of a healthy diet is a wide variety of color in your vegetables.
Up next, we'll show you a new color making its way to produce stands and possibly your kitchen. Parents and doctors and Megan always say you should get plenty of fruits and vegetables.
Food scientists in Canada say there may be even better choices than your average garden variety greens. So which color? Purple. CBC's Kelly Crow has the details.